He's teaching a comedy class. He's like, just point at anything. Just point at anything right now.
Point at the vacuum.
Probably one of my
It's
favorite.
all vacuums. It's just
He's got like 10 on deck just at any time. So I thought you were going to go, you suck, and you did something else. I don't know.
Sorry, I really kill with Kirby dealers. So one of my favorite bits actually was from Kyle Kinane talking about like the skill set of a comedian, and he brought up like this. Right, I'm just taking advantage of like a personality trait for the time being. When the apocalypse hits, know that I become useless like right away.
I do know that.
Oh man, what are you doing over there?
Me?
You getting nudes?
No, man. My dad's taking my sister to, I think, Columbia University for a college visit, all right?
It's in New York,
Is that okay?
I
Is that
Chicago.
Oh.
I brought up nudes and you brought up your dad like immediately. This got weird.
Yeah, you brought up news, and I was telling you what actually happened.
Fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Why did your mind go there? Why can't I
nudes?
just have a wholesome relationship with my dad?
It always goes to nudes for me.
Guys, I feel uncomfortable. Why are you locking the door, Jay?
No, this is a segment of the show we call Nudes or Dad.
Oh, no.
He brought out the knife again. So
It's her dad.
nudes or dad, we have to come up with like a kitschy
We
theme
don't.
song.
We don't have
Nudes
to
or
do that.
dad. So May 11th, you got a date picked out? You gonna take the wife?
I don't know if she'd like it. I'll find someone. Maybe I'll ask my dad or nudes.
All right, can we stop this, guys?
That's fair. That's fair. That's a dad subject.
I'm super stoked. It'll be fun.
Yeah. What, have you ever been to Codfish Hollow?
I have.
Do you like it?
No. It's fine.
Well, you were there
It's great.
for
I was there for Turnbuckle, and I saw the Counting Crows there, which I'm told is
Really?
the exact same kind of show as Andrew WK. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
I saw Counting Crows there, and I did Turnbuckle. It's just a beautiful place.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
Well, when I heard about the festival last year, I was super jealous because Jake was in it also, and it had music and wrestling and comedy.
great.
I was like, I know a lot about two of those three things. Here I am, I can't go. But I heard the lineup. What is it? Harmar Superstar. Kyle Kinane was there.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Diarrhea Planet, which I had never heard of them before,
Yeah.
but they were amazing.
Well, I heard the name and I
Yeah.
go, this sounds questionable. The Diarrhea Planet.
Diarrhea
Just
Pla-
a
yeah.
whole planet of it.
Yep. They were, but honestly, I think we've talked about this before, but the wrestling was my favorite part of the
Yeah.
whole weekend.
Well,
by far.
The whole theme, that was cool. And I thought it was cool because I got to pick up Kyle Kinane from the airport,
Nice.
which was super
did you?
cool. Yeah. Super chill guy, nice guy.
They're like, do you know what he looks like? You're like, I think I got an idea.
Yeah, and Dan St. Germain, who was also
Oh, yeah.
great. And so I picked up both those guys, and I immediately had to get the picture out of the way.
Yeah.
I was like, I have to take a picture. I can't pass this up. I got two great comics in here. And then I remember I posted something like, between these three comics, there have been like 6 Conan and O'Brien appearances, 2 Lettermans,
Right.
4 comedy specials, because I didn't do any of them.
Yeah.
So it's still technically it was true, but
Yeah.
those guys were super cool, and even Dan St. Germain was kind of in awe of Kyle Kinane. That's how kind of popular he is as a comic and stuff. So it was kind of cool to watch.
Well,
Dan is taller than Kyle Kinane. Did he call shotgun?
Kyle gave it to him, which I thought was
really?
cool. Yeah,
maybe as a
Kyle
shorter
was like,
guy, he knows his.
I don't want to have to talk to Chris.
it was weird because I had to put Kyle Kinane in my kids. He wanted to be buckled into the kids. Like, okay.
Maybe as a shorter guy, like maybe he knows something. We
I
don't.
think legally I had to. Like, he's that short.
It was weird because I think everybody talked to Kyle, but everybody like talked to him, and I was like so starstruck. I was like, "Hey, Kyle Kinane," and then I just walked away. I was like, I'm not going to talk to him,
Yeah.
Like the
because
hot
he
girl at a
gets that
party.
all the time. Yeah,
Yeah.
But everybody that talked to him was like, no, he was super chill. Like he was fine talking to people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it was-
that's in my experience. Whenever I do see someone, you just gotta. I think you should never be afraid to ask for a picture because you don't know these guys. In worst case scenario, they say no, and you just deal with it.
Yeah.
But if they say yes, you got a cool picture.
Right.
But I just try not to get too starstruck. I mean, there's a couple times I did a show. I emceed a show when Norm Macdonald was at the old Penguins, and I was really like tongue tied. I didn't know what to say. And actually, believe it or not,
And
Tom Green, when Tom Green was in town, I used to grow up on the Tom Green show.
Yeah.
And I was really in awe of Tom Green. But everybody else, I just try to play it cool. Like, I just did a show, worked with Tom Arnold, and it was cool to see, but I was like, I'm just going to play it cool, man.
Yeah.
And so I did. It was a Thursday, Friday, Saturday show. And Thursday I did the show.
Where was that at?
In Peoria at the jukebox. And I had to come back Friday because I had to teach.
Yeah.
And Tom Arnold's from the area, the Quad.
Right.
He's from Iowa, and so he knew about Happy Joe's Pizza. And he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you're from Iowa? I love Happy Joe's Pizza." I'm like, "Oh, I know what I'll do." So I went home Thursday night. I came back Friday, and I got him pizza. I put it in tinfoil. I kept it warm and brought it to him, thinking, this will get me some brownie points. Maybe I'll be on the new Roseanne. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he's involved with it.
That's the natural progression.
Yeah, and then on Twitter, he puts in so many words. He's like, "Hey, Chris Schlichting, thank you for bringing that Happy Joe's Pizza. It really helped. It really hit the spot." And I'm like, "Oh." It said nothing about my comedy. It said nothing it just made me look like a bitch that would bring you pizza. And he didn't even tag me. He tagged Happy Joe's, like if anything that benefited Happy Joe's Pizza. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh man.
What a dick.
Yeah, exactly.
Chris Schlichting, thanks for the hot and fresh pizza, unlike your comedy.
Yeah, nothing about my comedy, so.
You got dissed by Miss Roseanne. That's fucked up.
It just he didn't understand how much it would have meant to me with how many people that follow him if he would have tagged me and said, "Hey, that Chris guy, he's gonna do all right."
Yeah.
But instead it's like, if you guys ever need any food, this bitch will bring you like hot pizza from a mile 40
Happy
miles
Joe's.
away. Yeah.
Tagged Happy Joe's is like, Happy Joe's is hard up for followers, man.
And then Happy Joe's replied to him. They were like, "He is kind of a bitch." I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like,
You're just odd man.
They're like, "Tom, don't get too excited. He does that for everybody."
Yeah. No, I had to start.
should I bring Andrew WK some Happy Joe's pizza?
You're like, thanks, pizza's party.
You're like, you're more of a hungry hobo guy?
All right, I'll go right now.
I had to start a new Twitter handle because the one I had originally that was at Boris the Idiot. It got hacked. I don't know how it happened, but I tried to get it in one day, and they're like, "Oh, well, your password's wrong." Okay, well, send the reset password to my email, and the email that showed up was like something with roses or petunias in it at Gmail. I was like, "That's definitely not mine." and I was like, "Hey, I think something went wrong." They're like,
That was the email you made for your Etsy account.
Yeah. But I forgot the password.
Right.
So I was like, "Hey, this is all wrong," and Twitter's like, "It looks like this is getting sent to the wrong email." I go, "Yep." So if we could redo this, that'd be great. It looks like this got sent to the wrong. I'm getting nowhere. So I had to start a whole new Twitter handle. My old one, I know it's simple, silly stuff, but the old Twitter handle I got likes from Dov Davidov and all these other people that I look up to. I was like, this is so cool. And then it got hacked, and I was like, no, I've got to rebuild all those likes.
Yeah.
I thought about going to my old Twitter handle and copy and pasting. It was like, remember, but yeah, it's lost in the wind now. So I still have to figure out Twitter. I'm terrible at it. You think you can find a date for
I think
the show?
I think I can manage. Yeah.
Perfect.
You're really concerned about his date, man.
Well, yeah. I'm concerned. I want him to have a good time. Let's see. Do you have? I know Jake and I know you through stand up. Do you have any shows coming up?
Well, when do you release this?
It'll be today.
Cool. I will be at the Establishment in Rock Island doing a show with Andrew Klein. It's a 9:30 show. It's after the Comedy Sports.
Okay.
That'll be this Saturday. It's always a fun theater room and stuff like that. So
Very nice. Very nice.
yeah.
Next Thursday with the Raccoon Motel. It's our last show.
Oh, that's true. Next Thursday too. Yeah, as far as I know, right? Am I on it?
You're
on it.
Yeah. Forget one.
Yeah, sorry. I was chronological.
No.
Jeez, I got a show next winter. Should we talk about? Should I put that one for December?
You left that one out, buddy. You left it out.
No, that was just my way of asking if he was still going to do the show.
Yeah.
Jake was concerned for a minute. So the show you're doing this Saturday is going to be over in Rock Island, while over in Davenport, there's going to be a wrestling show with Billy Gunn.
I know. I've been missing all these. I want to see some more SCW because I always have a good time, but the Saturdays always kind of throw me off. But they do good work. I like those guys over there.
Absolutely, and it's at the Call Ballroom.
I know. I'm yet to see a show there at the Call Ballroom too.
You gotta.
I know.
You gotta. Like so far, they've been on point. So anyway, do we have anything else to add? We just wanted to give stuff away today. Right?
Yeah. I think that's it. I got nothing.
You got anything, Chris? You got anything you want to talk about? Get off your chest.
I just want to make it. You guys understood what I meant with the Chris Lincoln. Like Lincoln was killed. And I feel like that joke didn't hit.
No, it did.
Okay.
Like I think it. I felt.
Do you think the listeners are going to be like, "Oh my god,
no,
still got it"?
Our listeners are
they're going to hear that joke and they're going to be like, I hope at some point in the show he announces how we can get a hold of him, like maybe his Twitter or Facebook or Instagram. So maybe because they're going to want to know.
Is that a cue for me to plug my? Yeah. You can get me at catchanddressasquirrel.com is my actual website.
There we go.
Spelled catch and dress a squirrel, just like it sounds. Catchanddressasquirrel.com.
Or use autocorrect, you animals.
I'm on Twitter. Schlick Comedy, SCHLICK Comedy. And that's Slick Comedy is kind of Instagram. I'm now on Instagram, which you just take pictures of like your food, I think.
Yeah. Let's see.
If I get 2 followers from this in any capacity, I will do something good for you guys. I can't tell how many times I love, every time I do a comedy show, I have stickers, catchanddressasquirrel.com, and I'll give them to you for free, and I'm like, make sure you look me up. And then, I don't know. I think as soon as you get a show, you're just kind of done. It's like my students, when they're done with my class, they go on to their next class. That's how sometimes I feel, but I don't know. And
I completely understand.
There's no better feeling than leaving the place where we did comedy, and then you look in the ashtray, and there's your couple of catch and dress a squirrel. Right. Like, you're just dusting them off and like trying to put the adhesive back on. It's like,
recycle. Yeah. No, I completely understand that feeling. I've had to do flyers for a bunch of shows before, and you walk past a garbage can, and there's just like a heap of them. It's like, no, that's yours now, garbage can.
Yeah, that was like I love the old Mitch Hedberg joke. When I was younger, I had a paper route, and I had to deliver to 146 houses. Or 2 dumpsters. God, when's he gonna cut another album? Oh, just kidding. You guys heard, right?
Yeah, it hasn't stopped Tupac. I think it could happen. It could work.
Yeah.
So we'll wrap up the show. I know everybody's got stuff to do.
Sweet,
it's Friday night.
Yeah, woo!
There's work to be had.
Yeah.
So we're gonna close this out. We're gonna do our last minute advertisements. Again, you can follow Chris on Twitter is it at Schlick Comedy?
Schlick Comedy. Yeah, Schlick Comedy is kind of the for everything.
Okay, on Twitter, on Instagram, same for Facebook.
Catchanddressasquirrel.com.
Yeah, catchanddressasquirrel.com, which you can follow all the links through the website. Also, that's kind of an all-inclusive thing.
Yep, let's not even explain the catchanddressasquirrel.com. If you go to the website, you can see why it's called that.
Everybody's like, this guy loves squirrels. I don't get it. You can follow Jake on Twitter at JakeYourBooty2. Because number 1 was taken, obviously. It's the sequel. The sequel's better anyway.
That's good.
Jake Your Booty 2, The Retribution or something. You can follow me on Twitter also at Boris the Idiot. That's ID10T. On Facebook, you can follow both Chris and Jake. Jake is on Facebook. Are you on there at White Chocolate or just...
No, it's at Mikey McDowell.
That's right, because that makes sense.
Mikey from Recess. I look like Mikey from Recess.
We've got to explain that every time.
Yeah, well, because every time you're like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
And a sex offender, apparently, man.
And a sex offender.
Right. No.
I'm going to change. You can't change it on Facebook, though. So
yeah, it's probably not a good handle to have on Facebook.
Right. It's like, no, that's Mikey. I'm Jake. Total, like, this. No, so you're also on.
Yeah,
Facebook?
I got a Facebook, and the handle is Schlick SCHLICK team TEAM Schlick
Right.
team. Yep.
Schlick team.
Yep.
It works well with the name.
I thought it was clever.
Absolutely.
It's not.
I disagree.
If you excuse me. Where's that knife?
I hope they heard that.
Jake was sliding the knife across the table. Jake is on Instagram at JakeYourBooty2. I'm on Instagram at Boris the Idiot.
Schlick Comedy. Yep.
Again, Schlick Comedy. I just